Hello, my name is Desi. I'm going to narrate about a project called The Creation of Venus. In this project, during this narration, I will talking about the introduction, the overview of Titan, the overview of Manet, the description of Titan's Venus of Ibenu, the description of Manet's Olympia. I will be comparing and contrasting these two paintings. I will discuss about the historical and cultural context in this of these paintings, and also I will talk about the conclusion and the reference. Starting with the introduction, this presentation is about comparing and contrasting two paintings, which are Titan's Venus of Urbino and Manet's Olympia. Also, I will also putting those two artworks in historical and cultural context, and the two works are from different centuries. The purpose of this project is to help people understand these works of art. Going to the overview of Titans, he's the greatest Venetian artist of the 16th century. He was famous because of his remarkable use of color, because in that time he used remarkable color in while painting his artwork, which makes his work to be great. Also, his artworks led to Renaissance in art. Titian's collaborated with two seminal Venetian artists who are Giovanni Bellini and Giorgione. His portraits led Titian achieving international fame. His portraits are famous due to the way they express a psychological dimension and suggest something important. He painted also works with mythological subjects. These are works which is about a ideal, which are not like real. And also his protagonist or major artwork is Venus. Going to the overview of Manet, he is the eldest son of an official in the French Ministry of Justice. He was passionate about being a naval officer, but unfortunately, due to the way he failed twice the exam which could permit him to start the career he was expecting, which is being a naval officer. He went to Paris to start a career in art, and also Manet sent his works to salons, as this is why salon was a venue where people like artists could send or submit their artwork so that it can be known by the public. Also, his artworks was despised by or criticized by many people, even though he put much effort. Um, the paintings of Manet called Déjeuner sur l'herbe entered the collection of the Louvre after 70 years. Was the grace of Zola, and Manet won the second medal at the Salon for his portrait of Henri Rochefort. Going to the description of Titan's Venus of Urbino, I will be talking about the subject matter and the style. Starting from the subject matter, maybe I'm going to to talk about the composition of this painting, so that I can end up said about the subject matter. Starting from the stage, the chest, how this chest is like this chest is how the chest of this woman and uh, is small and rounded. This shows that the small chest in Italy in that period, which is 16th century, could show that the beauty, and also that flower that woman is holding could show the symbol of Venus. This is the goddess, and also the rounded belly could show the the, the fertility that the woman can give birth, and um, this old picture can show the natural state of a man. That possible subject matter that I found while analyzing this picture. And going to the style, as you can see that the colors used to paint this artwork are somehow great. Could can those colors can show that the painting or the artwork is somehow perfect. That's how I say that the style is idealism. And also in that period of which is 16th centuries, it was about the Renaissance, and in that age of period there was other idealism. Thank you. And I'm going to say about the description of Manet's Olympia. Also, I will start about the subject matter. By talking, I will explain the composition of that picture or that painting, so that I can come up with the subject matter. Uh, when I when I look at those flowers that the servant the bouquet of flowers that the servant is given to the that woman, I can say that and we can say that this woman is not. It shows that that's a gift that the client of that woman is giving to that woman. Also, that cat which is black, it can show that the it can show the servant of Satan. It shows this means that this woman is unfaithful. Going to the style of this painting, I can say that it's realism. The reason why I say that is realism is because of the color, how the colors are used to paint that artwork. I can say that it's realism because the colors are somehow modern. And going to the I'm going to compare and contrast those two kinds of paintings. First of all, uh, those two paint these two these two paintings are showing the power of the woman's attractiveness. This is due to the way these two artworks could show the nudity of a woman, and also these two paintings can show desire of sexual the desire of sexuality. Maybe in brief, the comparison is the nudity of the woman, and going to saying the difference of these two paintings. For the Venus of Urban, the style the style is idealism. This is the way in the period of Renaissance, there was idealism. People could say, the artists could say, like, could come up with new style of paintings. It was allowed, but in the 19th centuries, there was realism. People could think of modern life, and also I can say the way in for Titans, uh, the colors which were used were perfect, could make somehow the artwork being perfect. And on the other hand, for Manet, yeah, he used usual color which could make his painting being real. And I'm going to talk about the historical and cultural context of these paintings, starting the for Titan's venue of Urban. This painting was done in 16th centuries. It was in 1538, and at that time, as I said, it was the age of Renaissance. The Renaissance is an age where uh, like artists, scientists, and other famous people could come up with new ideas or going to the new way of thinking. Yeah, and also in the age of at that age, painters could use colors which could make their paintings perfect, as new ideas were allowed. And going to the Manet's Olympia, the painting was done in 19th centuries, and at that time it was the age of realism. People could think about modern life, like for artists, they could paint things which are modern, which are real. And also, uh, at that time, the salon was the major exhibition venues. Like artists could submit their works in salons so that they can let the public know or be aware of their artworks. As the conclusion, these two paintings that I discussed both have the similarities, and also they have the differences. But and the way they were presented and they were represented, that could depend of the time the time the artists were in, and these times could permit them having the different styles, uh, and this is the reference where I got the resources I used in my work. Thank you.